I have a standard Abode door and window contact sensor, and I'm going to show you how to wire it into an existing hardwired home alarm system. So first you need to take the cover off. It kind of comes straight out like that. And here you can see the reed contact switch right there. So we're going to solder two wires, one right there and one on the other end right there. So I have some 22 gauge hookup wire that I bought from Radio Shack, and I'm going to strip off a little bit. And then bend it in a loop. I've got my, I've bent this wire in a little L shape so it will come off the side of the reed switch inside the sensor, because if it comes straight out, the cover won't go back on. Got my soldering iron heated up. There we go. That's hooked on there. And I'll solder that in place. It's probably not the right soldering technique, but I'm going to use it anyway. Okay, two wires soldered in place, and now I'll bend those wires around so they'll come out the side of the sensor. When the cover goes back on. And then need to take this and file the corner of it off so the wires will come out the cover. So here I've soldered I've filed a little notch. Filed that little notch into the edge of the cover so that the wires will come out. Of that hole. Okay, so I've put the wires through the side of the housing, and I stripped the other end, and you can probably hear the when I connect them and unconnect them, you can hear the base station going off. So that's a door closed, and that's door open. There you go. Okay. So now I'm going to solder one of these alligator clips onto one end of these leads, and I'll show you why I'm going to do that when I hook it up to the alarm system. Okay. Get my soldering iron ready. Okay, so I've mounted all my Abode sensors on this piece of wood and stuck it in my alarm cabinet, and I've got each of the two wires from each of the sensors coming out, and I have an alligator clip on one lead and just a free lead on the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook the alligator clip on the line coming out to the sensors of the doors and windows, and then we're going to hook the free lead up to the return line. And I'll do the first one for you now. Okay, there's the alarm panel wired complete. I have my Abode door and window sensors with the hack that I did all wired in, and they are the alligator clips are attached to the outgoing zones below the end of line resistor, and the common wires are in the common terminal. The AC power and DC battery are still hooked up to the alarm panel, and each Abode sensor is hooked up to one zone of about 3 to 5 hardwired contacts. Okay, so now I'm looking at the Abode app, and everything's hooked up, and we'll test it. Go ahead and open the door. You can see the door opens and the icon changes, and then close the door and the icon changes back to green. So everything's working. Thanks. Bye.